Hello and welcome back to Top Notch. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications to know when we post more informative videos. Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, and Mark Zuckerberg are just a few examples of youthful entrepreneurs who went on to great success. You might assume that they were handed a magic formula for success, when in reality, they paid a price. A great deal of personal cost was incurred to achieve this level of accomplishment. It's hardly a revelation that heroic efforts often cost something. The road to greatness isn't paved with Porsches and champagne, as thriving businesses owner will attest. Instead, you may have to give up on your BMW or your girlfriend if you want a bright future. You can't put a price on success, and then costs you'll incur along the way are immeasurable. Achieving brilliance typically comes with a price, either emotionally or socially. Number 1. Family. Those who go on the road to riches frequently make the decision not to start a family for straightforward reasons, and that is not so much time. The upbringing of children is a huge time commitment, but you must promise that never ever blame your children for your failures to achieve your goal. That having a family is no excuse is demonstrated by Elon Musk, who has 5 children and is worth billions of dollars. Nothing can be blamed on anyone else but yourself if you fail to achieve your goals. Number 2. Health. There's some truth to the idea that entrepreneurs frequently overextend themselves physically and mentally. However, severe or persistent illness can have devastating consequences for a company. Take as good care of your health as you can, but be ready to push yourself to achieve your full potential. Number 3. Friends. It's critical to end relationships with those who aren't supportive of your ambitions. Having friends can be a positive experience, but they can also be a source of distraction, wasted time, and emotional weight. Dan Pena puts it significantly: an eagle flies alone. Number 4. Hobbies. A pastime is something you do for the sake of pleasure, while a business is done to make money. If you're thinking of making your pastime into a business, proceed with caution. In prioritizing fun over profit, you're probably not making the best decision. The adage about doing what you love, money will follow, it's totally false. We all need our beauty rest, but has anyone ever offered you to pay to sleep? Exactly. Number 5. Time. 7 to 10 years could pass before you see any significant financial gains, depending upon several things. That's precious minutes you'll never get back. However, if you are unwilling to commit, you will have a far lower chance of succeeding. Number 6. Happiness. Forcing yourself to undertake the difficult, time-consuming tasks will ultimately pay off, will require you to forego some of the fun, easy activities that you've been doing and enjoying. Number 7. Sleep. Undisputable Dan Pena claims that AOL CEO once shouted, "You can sleep when you're 30. I want someone who works 28 hours a day," at a young worker. It's a given that you'll have to put in some serious time and effort at the office if you want to reach at the top. You gain ground while everyone else sleeps. Number 8. Who you are. For true transformation to occur, you must first let go of who you are and what your current identity is. This is not a terrible thing, but you should know that you can't stop the flow of time and that you can only achieve success by letting go of what doesn't serve you anymore. Number 9. Entertainment. A successful, goal-oriented person doesn't need to constantly be entertained. The time could be better spent elsewhere. 3 hours a day of television is all the average American watches. It's mostly made up of live shows. In the span of their lives, how many hours do they spend watching television? Typically, Americans spend 141 hours a month, or 1,692 hours a year, in front of the television. That's time you just don't have. Number 10. Willingness to make sacrifices. There is simply not enough time in the day. There is no way to unwind and get anything done at the same time. To put in the time and effort required to build wealth, you must set priorities and be willing to sacrifice certain comforts. Strong commitment, high level of satisfaction, and a lack of viable alternatives, and a readiness to invest heavily are factors that contribute to sacrifice positivity. Commitment levels serve as a major mediator for relationships between these factors and sacrifice positivity. Number 11. Income. Consistent work allows you to start earning income right away. The route of entrepreneur is difficult since the beginning. You will likely work for long periods without seeing any monetary gains. It can take a long time for a product to reach the market. It may take a person several years to achieve mastery in a certain field. To rise to the top, you may have to put in a lot of unpaid hours. Entrepreneurs bear the potential financial rewards and losses of their ventures. Number 12. Comfort. It should go without saying that this is the case. To achieve your goals, you must push yourself to the brink of uncertainty. Nothing ever flourishes in one's safety zone, but that doesn't make it any less lovely. Number 13. The need to be liked. Steve Jobs is the best example of this. Jobs was always known for seeking his mind and putting productivity ahead of his popularity. When he didn't like anything, he often said, "This is shit." He didn't even give a hoot about his popularity, but he definitely did get things done, and now he's one of the most iconic business people in the history. Number 14. Pride. Pride will get in the way if you don't do what has to be done. On the road to riches, you may experience several setbacks and several criticism. Pride might sometimes cause one to lose objectivity. It's not uncommon for low self-esteem and embarrassment to fuel pride. We have such low self-esteem that we try to boost it by thinking highly of ourselves. The human tendency to find fault in others is a defense mechanism. As a means of avoiding self-reflection, we take great pleasure in finding fault within others. Those who are too proud to learn from others, many times we simply can't help ourselves. But pride kills because it makes us assume we don't need any aid and can do it on our own. Number 15. Immediate desires. Of course, short-term pleasures gives away the sacrifice essential. Of course, short-term pleasure gives away to the sacrifices essential to the long-term success. In other words, this is a no-brainer. Wealth creation is a strategic game that requires careful planning, unless you happen to win the lottery or inherit a large sum of money. Without sound financial management, even a high income may not be enough to lift you to success. Consequently, you will need to temporarily forego some of your pleasures. You'll have to make some sacrifices if you want to save money. Some lazy evenings may have to be sacrificed. To save more money, you should take whatever measures are necessary. Keep in mind that putting money away in savings account is not enough. Learn from the pros and start investing like a pro right now. I earn as much as possible to succeed. With some hard work and wealth of information available today, financial challenges can be overcome with a relative ease. Number 16. Comfort zone. Carol Dweck discovered in her book, Mindset, The New Psychology of Success, that innate talent is not what determines success. Rather, an everything is possible attitude rooted in the conviction that talent can be cultivated in what's needed. The first stage is thus completed. There must be an inner and outside transformation. Your viewpoint and outlook on life will have to shift. Wealthy and poor people here have distinct perspectives. Number 17. No free time. It's true what they say, more than just a pithy aphorism. This saying captures the essence of the situation well. Do you ever ponder how certain people manage to take risks? Do you ever ponder how certain people manage to rake in so much more money than others do each day? Time management skills are the single most important factor. Financial success and time management go hand in hand. Mastery of time is a trait shared by all multimillionaires. Those that achieve the most success are those who have figured out how to maximize their output in a day. To advance in your career, you must consider how you make the most of your time to increase output. What you decide on now will have a significant impact on your future success. It's not a picnic, but the effort will be well worth it. And finally, at number 18, emotions. It's in our nature to seek approval from others. Always in the back of our minds is the question, what will other people think? What will people say if I do this? Will others look down on me if I decide to sell my car? But perhaps if you did sell the automobile, you could put the proceeds towards starting a business that in a few years could allow you to buy a car, which is even better. But you're hesitant because you're secretly afraid that people will say something. Stop doing that and instead give greater thought to the consequences of your actions. Do not let your feelings influence any decision that could have impact on your financial security. Don't stick with full-time work that doesn't support your financial goals if you can help it. It's okay to alter your social circles if you feel it will help your financial situation. That's all for today. If you like this video, kindly subscribe to our channel, press the bell icon, and share with your friends. Thank you so much.